All right, we're talking about the Canon 40D again, and we're moving on from the basic modes to the more advanced operation modes of the camera. Canon has separated most of the modes into two areas. One is the basic zone, which is on the lower half of this dial here. Most of these basic zones have an icon that looks very different from the creative zone modes. The creative zone is indicated by letters for the most part. The creative zone includes a program mode, which automatically sets your exposure settings with ISO speed, aperture, and shutter speed. But a lot of the other options that weren't available to you in the basic zone are now available to you in the program mode. The next mode is the shutter priority mode, and it's indicated by a T, uppercase T and a lowercase v. The shutter priority mode just gives you the option to set the shutter speed manually, and then the aperture is set automatically based on what the camera thinks will be a good exposure. And then the next mode is the aperture priority, or A, lowercase v. This mode gives you the control to manually set the aperture, and then the exposure for the shutter speed will automatically be set. And the final mode is, there are two more modes. The next mode here is the manual mode. And this mode allows you to set both the aperture and the shutter speed according to your needs. The very last mode here that we have in the creative zone is the automatic depth of field mode, and that mode will look at all of the objects in the on the focusing points on your sensor and set the exposure settings in order to give you the optimum depth of field for all of those subjects to be in focus. One thing you'll need to do before operating in these creative modes is make sure that you set your on-off switch all the way up to activate this quick control dial. Once you flip that all the way up, there's a little line pointing up to your quick control dial. Once the on-off switch is flipped all the way up to make that quick control dial active, you'll have control over all of the settings that you would want to have control over in these creative zones.